Hey, I'm Meredith with Messenger Graphics, and I help small churches by creating pre-made sermon graphics. You can check out my website at messengergraphics.com. Today, I'm recommending an app that your church can use for free, and that is the YouVersion Bible App. You've probably already heard of it. Our church currently uses this app kind of as a replacement for our paper bulletin, and it has been really helpful. So if you guys are like us and you don't have the budget for a dedicated app for your church, this might be a really good fit for you. So I'm going to walk you through how to get your church in the Bible app right now, and I'm going to leave the links below.
The first thing we're going to do is go to uversion.church and sign up. I have an account, but we'll just go ahead and create a brand new account. Get my name in here, an email address that I don't use or hasn't been used here yet, and a password. Then we're going to create account. At this point, it is going to ask you to confirm your email. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off, confirm my email, and come back. So this is what it looks like when we come back, and we're going to choose church for organization. Hit next. I'm going to add test church here. Let's just choose this New York address. Time zone. You can add your church website. I'll just put my business website for now. Your language and weekly attendance if you want. Hit next. And now it's going to ask you to submit for verification, so we'll do that. But in the meantime, you can edit your profile. So let's do a couple things in here before we make an event. I'm going to hit that pencil button and choose an image. I already have a image that I can put in here just so you can see what it looks like, the little avatar. You can change the background if you like. We'll just play around with it a little bit. Okay, here's where you're going to want to add your schedule, which is going to be your service times. So we'll leave this at Sunday, 10 a.m. You can put a description if you wanted, and you can add more service times if you have more. And it's showing the address that we put in before, whether you want to make it public or not. Description and contact. So if you wanted to put your email, your church phone, you could. Let's just save that. Now let's take a look at location and schedule. Here's the address, here's the schedule. Now if we have additional locations, this is where you're going to put that. That completes the creation of our church profile, and we only need to do that one time. So now we're actually going to go over to events.bible.com. Okay, so now we're going to sign in with the information we used to create our profile. I ended up having to use a different email, so if you're noticing that, that's what's happening here. But you're going to go ahead and sign in. And now we are at events. And an event is your service for that week. So every week you're going to have to make a new event. So I'm going to name it November 4th, which is next Sunday right now, and just add the sermon title. Now you can also do a header here. It's telling us it has to be 1440 pixels wide by 810 pixels high. You could use a sermon title. You could use any image you want. I went ahead and prepared an image for this. So let's drop that in there, and you can give it a title. We'll just use Test Church like we've been doing. And I'll just put a little welcome to church message here. Welcome church family. All right. Now we're going to add the location. So if it was different than what we originally put in, we would add the location here. And then we would add the service time. And if you have multiple service times, you'll do that here. We'll put 10 a.m. and leave it as a 1-hour service. Yeah. We could add another time. We'll save this location. You can add a virtual location. That's a whole nother thing, but we'll just keep moving on. Okay, so here is where we're going to add all the cool stuff. You can see you can do text, image. I'm going to add an image, kind of do an image announcement. And these are 640 pixels by 640 pixels. And I'm going to drop in this image for a youth event. And let's see, we'll give it a name. I have some copy that already to drop in here. And now I'm going to add some text below the image to describe the event and drop that in. And let's do one more. I'll add one more image. I have this baptism image here. And again, I'll add a caption and some information about the baptism. There we go. Now let's add an external link for the baptism. So in case anyone wants to learn more, they can just click on the link here. I'm going to put our website link. I'm going to leave the description empty, and then they can hop over there and find out more about baptism. Let's take a look at some of the other things we can do. So far we used text just to describe our announcement, but we could also go in and add some text at the bottom and put all of our sermon notes here, and this box is going to get as big as we make it, so you can fit a lot of information there. Another thing you can do that's really helpful is to add the Bible reference that you're studying that week, and all the way to chapter, verse, and even the version. The plans are going to be those devotional plans that you see on YouVersion, and you could add that into your service. We don't, but you definitely could. Then we're going to have the image button. Again, we've already used that. We've already used the external link. You can also add a giving link. And then this little button announcement here, let's just add it so we can see what it looks like. I'm just going to call this Ladies Breakfast. Now this announcement's not going to have any image with it. You can put the details in this box right here, and we'll see how that looks when we preview and publish. So let's go ahead and do that now. Click preview and publish, and it gives us a little preview of what we've done here with our image at the top, the sermon title, the church, the little message that I put up there. Here are our announcements and descriptions. Here's that baptism announcement, that external link, and here's that other announcement with the expand and collapse. And over on the right is some important information. You've got the link to the event, how many locations, when it becomes discoverable in the app, which is 5 days before your start time. So 5 days before, they can search in the app and find that service. Then below that, we have a live status. It's going to have that little red badge on it when the service is live, and that will disappear afterwards. The event will also disappear right after service ends unless someone hits that save event button, and then they'll be able to find it within the app. And then you just hit share, and it becomes published, and there's the link that you can copy and paste. Let's go back to my events and see how this looks. Okay, so here's where our events are listed. We can duplicate, we can edit the event, we can delete it. You do need to unpublish it first before you delete it. We'll go back again. And that's basically all there is to creating an event or service for your church. Now let's look at what it will look like on your phone inside the actual app. Okay, let's find the YouVersion app. And then from here, we're going to click on More on the very bottom right. And over on the left, about halfway down, a little bit more, go ahead and click on Events. And then without even searching, you're going to find a bunch of churches with services that are coming up near you. And I'm going to choose the one for my church just to show an example. At the top, we have our sermon graphic and the date, a little welcome message, an image. Then we have some links, one for our Connect cards, and then some for ways to give online, and also a place to submit prayer requests. Below that, we have a couple more announcements, and then the scripture verse that we used that week. So let's go back and look at the other churches, and something cool you can do is just tap on one of these other churches, see how they use it. You can see that everyone uses it a little bit differently. This church is more focused on the message and the scriptures for that day. That's really cool. So there's lots of ways you can use the Bible app for your church.
So that's how you get your church in the Bible app. I hope this video has been helpful. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.